Good evening. It's Thursday afternoon for you, but for me, it's 18 hours since I last had any sort of sleep. Yes, I am here in the shell of a studio while we rebuild for PiffTV, which is launching June 1st, Monday, June 1st, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m., which is 6 p.m. if you're in New York time, and 3 p.m. if you're in Vegas time. What if you're in the UK?
It's 11 p.m.
Really? That's a bit late, isn't it?
Yeah, but they can get up early. It's going to be long, isn't
It is going to be really long. It starts at 3 and it ends at like 6 or 7 every day. But it means that I don't have to get up so brutally early, because before I was having to get up, then I would like work out for an hour at 8 a.m. to 9. I realized that you all have like much harder lives than I do. And you're like, yeah, like we all do that. We go to the gym like 5 in the morning, Piff. But I wasn't used to it. I had to get up at 8 a.m. I had to get up at 7:30, work at 8 a.m. till 9, have an hour off, and then do. When I put it like that, it really doesn't sound like a lot of work. Anyway, now I'm doing less. So it means I can go to the gym later. And by the gym, I mean my other garage. One garage is this TV studio. The other garage is a gym. Really, we should have done it the other way around.
I don't think so.
Really?
Well, 2 of you working out in here with all that equipment.
Yeah, 2 of us working out in here would have, Jade and I would have killed each other. And by each other, I mean she killed me. And if I ever disappear, you can just look back to this tape to point the finger. Jade did it. Jade did it. Jade did it. Jade did it. Jade's here. Jade did it. What was I talking about?
You're introducing this evening's episode.
What's this evening's episode?
Colin Mochrie.
Colin Mochrie. Colin and I, we did an Edinburgh season together, and we did like an 8 p.m. show and he did like a 10 p.m. show or something. So we got to like see each other beforehand, and I grew up loving Colin and he was always a big hero of mine. So I was very shy when he was backstage. But on the last couple of days, I got a photo with him, and I said, oh, you know, I think you're really great. And he walked away and never spoke to me again. No, he was very nice to me. And then we were like, hey, wouldn't it be amazing if Colin did PiffTV? And he did it. So this is the episode. He's great. He's so good at improvising, and he inspired me to learn improvisation, which I failed at miserably. So back to jokes and tricks that I've tried like 1,000 times before they got funny. So, but Colin also taught me how to play hearts.
Which we still don't know if it was a real game.
No, I don't think it's a real game, but I lost, so that's that. What else, Alex? Coming up tomorrow, nylaughs.org/lockdown. Me, Jade, we're on the show with lots of famous comedians like Wanda Sykes, Ray Romano, Judd Apatow, Pete Holmes, Craig Robinson. Wanda Sykes is in the news. Well, she was trending on Twitter today because Scott Bow, is that how you say his name? Chachi from Happy Days. Chachi was clapping back at her, clapping at her. It was unprovoked. He was clapping at her maybe. So she clapped back and she roasted him in one line. Which is a shame, because I always loved Chachi growing up, but he seems to be saying some crazy things these days.
Oh, what?
You have any idols growing up, Alex?
Bungle?
Bungle from Rainbow, he was your idol.
Yeah, I love Bungle.
Google Bungle, right? There was a show in the UK called Rainbow, and it was Jeffrey who lived with George, Zippy, and Bungle. Yeah. And George was a pink hippopotamus. Zippy had a zip, and Bungle was a bear. And they lived in a house together. That was it, right?
Yeah, pretty much. They got up to no good sometimes.
Did they? Zippy was the naughty one. George was always like trying to keep the house in order.
George!
And Bungle, I don't know what he did. What did they all do for jobs? I don't know what was going on in that house. There were definitely some undertones when you rewatch it. Didn't they do a new Rainbow with like slightly more updated Bungle? He looked like a younger Bungle. They aged. They did. They aged the old one out. They did. Google it.
Of course I am. That is all I'm doing now. I'm looking up new Bungle.
You know. And then the usual suspects like Helen Mirren and Judi Dench were like, oh, this is typical of the ageism in our industry. And I agree, by the way. It was horrific.
I wish there were some terrifying Bungle pictures.
I had a joke about Mr. Piffles, about how, you know, the dogs got, everybody wants younger and younger dogs in show business. And they recently launched a production of The Wizard of Oz on Broadway, and Toto was played by a newborn dog, blind, pink, and mewling for milk. Brave, the New York Times called it. Didn't ever get a laugh. I did it for like 3 weeks. Every night. I thought it was so funny. Every night I did it. Nothing. Is this Colin Mochrie's episode I'm introducing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's why I don't do improv. Is this it? Can I introduce him now? Because he's really good and we should just bring him on. All right, it's Colin. Good morning. Where am I? That one?
Yeah.
Good morning. Welcome to the Piff the Magic Dragon Show. I'm going to be speaking over my shoulder to you, apparently, for this. Why are we over here?
Because that camera's fucked.
That camera doesn't work, Alex. Okay?
Broken.
There is no language like that on the Piff the Magic Dragon Show. Why doesn't it work?
Because it's got static through it. There you go. It's working now.
Oh, okay. Ta-da! Yeah, that's nice. And today we're getting another camera so that all three of them match and all the colors look good. But not right now. All right. Finally, we've got some great news. It's time for a news update. Oh, that was intense. That's definitely not what they do on the regular news.
No, probably not.
Okay. Now, there have been a lot of you concerned out there. You're walking around outside, you got your face masks on, you're protected. Good job. Congratulations. What about your furry friend? This one. What if anything should happen to this one? Can you wake up? Can you wake up? Don't worry. Somebody's thought of it. What do we have, Alex? Look, it's a little doggy mask. Oh, it's a little doggy mask, Piffles. We'll put that on your face, and then you'll be protected from all the germs. Yeah, look how excited Piffles is by the doggy mask. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, this is great, but what do the dogs think about this issue? Fortunately, the makers of this thing have addressed it. Look at that. I'm not sure what that says. It's too far away. What does it say, Alex?
It says, wow, I need fresh air.
Wow, I need fresh air. Wait, it's wearing the mask. Why is it saying that when it's wearing the mask?
Because they're full of lead.
Oh, my God. It's definitely a chihuahua, though. Is it a chihuahua on that picture?
I thought it were a corgi.
Yeah, I don't know. It does look like a rescue dog, which is a polite way of saying a street dog. It really does. It looks like it's a dog that lives on a street, and therefore it's got that fancy mask. So, Piffles, we're going to get you a little mask, buddy, so that you can come to the store with us. How about that? All right, coming up today on the show, I can't believe it's here. We've got Colin Mochrie. Colin, how you doing?
I am good. How are you?
Oh my God! I mean, what a nice guy. What? You're such a nice guy.
I got nothing else going on.
Do you even remember meeting me? Do you, Colin?
Yes, you had the show on before us in Edinburgh, so we would watch your large crowds, and then we'd go on.
But did you just were like, oh my God, I hate this. You know, this guy's like, he's got all his props everywhere. There's a dog without a face mask. He's wandering, you know, he's pacing up and down before the show. I just wish he'd get out my way so that I could go and do my hip prov show. Did you ever secretly deep down think that?
No, I pay no attention to anything that's going around me at any point.
But you see,
it's all focused on the show.
But you see, I do this, right? And when I was in Australia a couple of years ago, I was like getting ready to do a show, and this guy came up to me, and he's saying hello to me, and he's asking how everything's going. And I was about to do a show, so I was like, oh yes, you know, things are good. And he said, oh, I'm a magician too. I said, oh great, good job. And then I had to go on stage. Anyway, he went on Twitter, and he was like, oh, I met Piff the Magic Dragon. What a dick. Whereas when I met you, I was like, oh my God, what a nice guy. Colin, I bet we could tweet him and he would probably do the show because he's so nice, and you did. How do I come across as a nice reptile to the outsider?
Oh, that is a damn fine question. Maybe it was just that guy. You know, sometimes magicians are very sensitive.
Yes.
And maybe there was something in your eyes that he took the wrong way.
Maybe he was something in my eyes. Yeah, maybe he could sense.
That's it. Yeah, if you did that, then yeah.
Maybe he could sense a competitive. You know, it's like when animals get, they can sense like that. Oh, we're not going to top dog that little dragon. And he got. Oh,
he was probably feeling insecure, a little vulnerable. He saw there's no way that he was going to reach the heights of Piff.
What was his name?
And that just.
I have no idea now.
Let's make up a name for him.
Roger Wand.
Roger Wand, good name.
Roger Wand.
Roger,
yeah.
You're out there. You don't need to feel so insecure, okay? We've all got our niches. My niche is being Grand Prix Reptile, and your niche is going on stage with a name like Roger Wand. That's a talent.
Okay, see, I think maybe it's sentences like that may make Roger think you're a dick.
Yeah, and you will be correct. And honestly, I am. I just found a way to embrace my inner dickness and turn it into something that people would pay money to go and see on stage, but pay money to avoid off stage. So
there's not enough of this in showbiz.
Right.
There's a real lack of dick.
And I am here to fill that need. You know.
Yes.
Now, Colin, what are you up to then? Just hanging out? Is that it?
I'm just hanging out. Up before this happened, I was really busy. Had like 2 tours. I was shooting a movie. So I went from that to being in the vulnerable group in a pandemic almost overnight. What happened?
What happened?
Going so well.
You're a movie star, 2 North American tours on the go, and suddenly you're in a vulnerable group in the pandemic. That's quite a fall from grace.
You can't really go much farther.
No.
So that was a little depressing. But it's been nice. I've been spending time with the family, who I enjoy. So far, it's so good. What's it like there?
Oh my God, it's like Vegas. When I first moved to Vegas, it was already like the apocalypse. It was like The Walking Dead. Like you go to the Vons, which is the supermarket here, and there would be a lot of people in need of shelter and access to a rehabilitation program, wandering around the parking lot, pushing empty trolleys. That's like Vegas on a good day. So now, it's a nightmare.
Wow, not even that good.
Yeah, it's like that with face masks. Even, you know, it's crazy. It's like Vegas is not a place built for the end of the world. It's like it's already a city built in the desert. So, you know, that was never going to make sense. And now no one can gamble. You can still gamble in the gas stations, by the way.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah. So at least
that's something.
At least
life goes on.
Yeah, I don't know, and I think it'll be super strange to go back to doing live tours. How many live shows do you do each year?
Probably about 150, around there, 150. Yeah, it's going to be. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to sell like every third seat?
That's what they're talking about. Yeah, they're saying, oh, we'll just do a show where we only sell 30% of the tickets, and then the performers can do like 3 shows in a night, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, and you can really build on those rolling laughs.
Oh yeah.
From 30% houses. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, there's nothing like 2 out of 3 people not existing in the room.
That's true, and that really lowers the percentage of people who will actually laugh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Because I started off as a close-up magician. So what that meant was people were having a nice time in a restaurant or a bar, and I would go and interrupt them and show them what I'd been doing while I was alone for 8 years. And during this time, I would do jokes. So and they weren't good jokes. I'll give you an example of something that I said to people in the hope that I would be paid money.
All right.
It was a group of 5 people. 3 of them were women and 2 of them were men. And one of the women said, "Wow, you're like David Blaine." This is after I did a magic trick. And I said, "Yes, but surrounded by less attractive women."
Okay, I'm really understanding what Roger Wand was talking about.
I think Roger Wand is a real point. He really nailed it. And I learnt then, first of all, that maybe I should work on my comedy. But second of all, that 2 people out of 5 people laughing, because the men thought that was hilarious, 2 out of 5 people laughing is not a good number. But say 200 out of 500 people laughing, that's like you can get away with that. It's not like everyone's going to walk out and go, this guy's terrible. So all we're doing is reducing our hit ratio.
Yeah, it's not. It may be time to think of another career. And as someone with no other skills, that frightens me.
I believe I have less skills than you, Colin.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Well, how do we prove that? Oh, okay, I can cook. That's it.
That's out for me. I literally can't cook. I
Okay.
can make 3 things: scrambled eggs, and I do that by taking eggs and like half of a tub of butter and mixing up until they scramble, and then everyone's like, "Oh, these are delicious," because they're eating butter. So that's
you found the secret. Yep, that's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to help me. I can also cook pancakes. The crepes, the thin ones. I can toss them.
Yeah.
That's it. So pancakes and egg butter.
Okay, but you also do magic.
Yeah, but again, that's not useful right now. Cooking.
You look after your dog?
My girlfriend does that a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why he's in a zen-like state of. Is he dead? He may have died. So maybe I can't even look after the dog anymore.
Oh yeah,
all right?
that would
just
be. Yeah.
Died on stage. Okay, so you've got cooking. I've got magic. All right. Now you can sing.
What?
I've been there. I've been there, Colin. You can sing.
All right.
So you've got that.
Sure. All right. I got that. You can sing also.
What? I can't sing. I cannot sing.
Well, I can't sing either. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm talking about.
Maybe you could be a motivational speaker. Because now I feel like I should sing.
This is not motivating. None of this is. I mean, it's motivating to turn a channel. That's all this is. I have watched Who Wants to Be. That's not right. Whose Line Is It Anyway? Religiously. I've watched Who Wants to Be a Millionaire religiously, and you have been side by side with me singing gently into my ear for every single time I watched that show, and it was like an angel. You have to sing not every show. Every show? Not every show.
Well, pretty much. Well, Hoedown.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Sing on that every show.
Well, that was just me shouting.
Hey, it's more than I have, Colin. All right. It's more than I have. My friend sometimes used to play the piano on that. Who was the guy who did it mainly in the UK?
Richard Branch?
Right. Richard Branch.
A good friend, is he? Is he a good friend of yours?
No, I don't. I haven't even met him like once. And he was up. Well, he didn't. I wasn't a dragon at the time. I was in a musical called Mikey the Pikey, which was a.
Go on, yes.
which was one of my first jobs out of acting school. And I think I was like the mayor or something. I don't remember. But anyway, I had to sing in that, and I would literally mime the whole time because I was only in the chorus numbers, and I would just mime my way through it. And Richard Branch, he was in a very good show, I think before or after me, and he would come in, and we would just be, you know, we were like straight out of school kids, and we were just like all over the dressing room, and like all of our clothes are strewn everywhere, and he was picking apart. And after about 3 weeks of that, he was done. But then I evolved into a dragon, and he'll never know.
Oh.
Unless he watches this. No, my friend Harry, he's a pianist. He used to sub in for Richard sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've never met Harry, but I'm sure he's a lovely guy.
You see, I would be like, oh, Harry, I'm not sure. It sounds like a terrible name. Whereas you immediately go to the good guy. Right, so you can sing and you can cook, and I can do magic and offend
and
people.
You can mime.
What?
You can mime.
I can mime.
You can mime.
Yeah, only with my mouth, though.
Well,
I mean,
to start.
I wasn't like, you know, like a mayor trapped inside a glass box.
Have you tried it? Maybe it's something that maybe it's one of those hidden skills.
It could be hidden. It could be deep down. Yeah, I almost went to mime school, actually.
I was with a mime troupe for 2 years.
What mime troupe?
It's called Axis Mime in Vancouver, British Columbia.
What was your niche?
Just mime. We would do masks. We actually talked also sometimes, which I thought, okay, well.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You heard me discussing miming in a song.
Yeah.
By moving my mouth. And you thought, I know, I'll make the little dragon feel better by pretending he can mime. Whereas in fact, you have spent 2 years in an actual mime troupe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, okay, I see your point. All right. Oh,
okay,
man.
well, I don't even have miming anymore. So now you've got cooking, singing, miming. Meanwhile, I've lost miming. Okay, I had magic, which is not useful.
Still get your eggs, cooking with butter.
Cooking with butter would be a great show.
Great segment. Maybe a new segment on your show.
Cooking with butter.
Vegas loves butter. I've been to buffets.
They do love butter. They love it a lot. All right. And you've also got this skill where you can be funny out of nowhere, from zero to funny.
Yeah.
Now, you've called it, how long have you been focused on that? No, I don't mean like, oh, I just make some people laugh. I mean like you go, wait a minute. I can make people laugh from zero.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on this. When was that moment?
Okay, well, first of all, it wasn't a thing when I was growing up. No one said, hey, I've got a new job where I just make up stuff and the audience laughs. I saw this demonstration of improv when I was in theater school. I thought, oh, that'd be fun. Never thinking, oh, this will be my career. And if Whose Line hadn't come along, it wouldn't have been. I just would have been, I guess, miming.
Literally. At least
that's all I would have
to fall back on. So
I got fired from the mime group on my birthday.
Why?
Well, not fired. I got let go because I had replaced someone.
Believe me, it's the same difference.
Well, okay, whatever. I was replacing a guy who wanted to go off and do other things, and he's now in Cirque du Soleil. But he decided to come back, and so they said, you know what, he was one of the founding members of the group, and I went, fine. And I went home, and then my girlfriend broke up with me. So it was a bad day.
Oh, my God. I had a thing. Oh, my God. I had this thing where I did this magic show, which was like going to reinvent the art of magic. It was a contemporary magic-based theater dance company. And,
intriguing.
Yeah, and we entered a competition, a magic competition where you had to do 10 minutes. And on the way down there, we were working out how we were going to spend the prize money. Because that's how confident we were.
Confidence is good. Very good.
I don't mean like casually talking about it, I'm talking like spreadsheets, including budgets for travel and accommodation. So we went and we started doing this, and everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. It was a moving piece about the breakdown of a relationship as told through a visual metaphor of a cigarette manipulation act, and it all went horrifically wrong, and I was like performed to like 1,500 magicians, and I became an instant laughing stock to all those magicians. And then I went back to my room and I called my girlfriend, and she broke up with me. And I just remember going, well, that was a bad night.
You may have been ahead of your time.
No, I was ahead of my time. I was doing magic for when people don't want to pay to see shows anymore. It would have worked great now. So.
Oh yeah. I think people would love to see an emotional representation of a relationship through cigarette manipulation.
All I need to do is turn the relationship into the economy, and it would be absolutely perfect.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
So you're there.
I got this. Yes.
You're fired from mime. That's
yes.
done.
Yeah.
So maybe you and
I. There's actually something lower than being in the vulnerable group in a pandemic, and that's being fired from a mime troupe.
And then immediately dumped by your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you think, where do I go from here?
Hopefully there's a pandemic around the corner.
How soon did the improv follow from the rejection of the mime career?
I think it was happening around the same time, but I left, I guess, improv for the siren call of the big bucks of mime. So it probably worked out for everyone that it didn't.
You were crawling back to improv, and it was like, you're back, are you? Really? Well, guess what? You have to talk, bitch. And you were
like, I'll do it. Just you wait. One day a show from Britain will give me the break I need.
So then you start doing.
That's the kind of confidence I had.
Right. But when you were doing, I always feel like I'm always one gig away from disaster, because there's a saying like, you're only as good as your last show. And as I do more and more shows, I collect more and more funny stuff to say and do, and more tricks. So I go on stage and people are like, oh, wow, I can't believe you said that. And I was like, yes, but little do you know, I've said that many times. Or, whatever. That situation has arisen many times. How terrifying is it to be out there with nothing?
It's actually the most relaxed time in my life. Because I know I'm usually with people I trust on stage. I know I can do it, so it all works out. And the beauty is, that audience is the only audience that's going to see that show. So if it sucks, it's gone forever.
But what if it's really good and you're like, I should do that again?
That's part of the tragedy of being an improv artist, Piff. It's not all laughs and giggles. Sometimes you think you've done something amazing that, if someone had written it down and performed it nightly, could change the world. But it's gone. It's just gone. It's
just gone. And you have no sense of responsibility or ethical duty to go back and pick that orphan joke up and rehome it for life.
No, I just do it for the cash. For all you kids out there, it's a little life lesson.
I agree. It's very difficult to be happy when you're in the middle of a pandemic. No, when you gotta do it for the cash.
Yeah,
now the show regularly had guest improvisers like Stephen Colbert and Robin Williams. So when those people came along, were you like, oh, thank God, or were you like, oh no, now we have to work with new people?
Well, someone like Robin Williams, he was sort of an inspiration to all of us. So it was a big thrill working with him, and he was lovely, a lovely guy and lovely to work with. And then, when you had someone like Richard Simmons come on, you think, oh, okay, let's see how this works. But then it ended up being like one of the funniest things we ever did. So I always try to be positive and think, okay, this person's going to bring us something we've never had before. And for those of you who haven't seen the Richard Simmons thing, it looked like he was filleting me on camera for a very long time. You can't just buy magic like that.
You can't. No, you'd be surprised at what magic you can buy. It's usually appalling. Okay, so here's the scenario. Piff the Magic Dragon is coming on Whose Line Is It Anyway? You've heard he's a dick.
Okay.
Right?
And you fit in perfectly.
And partly, it may be because he's insecure because he has no other marketable skills.
Right.
Now, do you speak to these people beforehand and sort of like try and like go, okay, well, this is going to go well or not?
No, most of them, except for Robin and Stephen, because they were part of the group. All the other guests are surprises to us, so we never get a chance to talk to them, or we just do scenes with them and then they're gone.
Let's be honest. Does your heart fill with joy, or does your heart sink when Piff the Magic Dragon walks out?
Oh, of course, it's filled with joy.
No.
I've seen your work. I'm a big fan, so I know we're in for the ride of our life.
My work is being paid to make children cry. Okay.
Well,
that's happened on multiple occasions.
You know what? Kids have to learn.
They do. They
They're
do.
all happy at giggles.
Yes, they do.
Tragedy is a big part of life.
Right.
Yeah.
There are
You're gonna cry as much as you laugh.
Right. There are a lot of mean people out there. It's good to get that practice at taking them on.
Yeah.
And if you can't
harden
handle
up
it,
that shell.
Yeah. Right.
Then become president.
All right. So here we go. I'm now. I'm there, and then somebody from the audience will shout out a scenario. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Alex?
so you have seen the show. You have seen the show. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the show a lot. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not I don't live in a cave with no electricity sleeping on treasure, all right, Colin? Times have changed.
No. You did confuse it with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'm just saying.
Well, that's true. I've been on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
How'd that go?
Well, he's here, so not great.
Yeah, I mean, there is that. No, it was for charity. I had to give all the money away. I was doing very well, and then there was a question about Peru, and it said, what is like the main thing that they make in Peru, vegetable-wise or fruit-wise? And there were like 4 answers, and I got a 50-50, and I got down to cashew or potato.
Yeah.
Which one do you think? Cashew, right? Yeah, it was potato.
Yeah.
So, but it was one of those things that the whole audience turned against me.
Audiences are the worst.
They're dicks. They're the real dicks. Like,
they are.
It's for charity, guys. I raised $10,000. Actually, that's not true. I raised $5,000, and they doubled it up to $10,000 to make me feel better about.
Still.
But it was literally like, I'd been making them all laugh. I'd done some hilarious, funny bits. I was like eating some snacks, and then I got this wrong, and they all bang. They all turned. They were like, "Wow, we were going to come to your show tonight because it was shot in Las Vegas." They were like, "We were going to come, and now we're not. You've just stolen money from orphans."
They turn so quickly. And have they never heard the saying, "Help thyself"?
Is that how you win them
back?
Expected.
Yeah, you can't expect to do everything for orphans. Well, get a job.
Wow, this is Colin. He's got a mean streak in there somewhere. Really?
Sure.
I met him.
That's how you survive in this business, man.
I met him and he was a lovely guy. Were you an orphan? No. Well, that's why. He's terrible to orphans. How do you must have times where maybe not you, but somebody you're working with loses an audience. What's the quickest way you get them back?
Yes, let me think. You know what? I just ignore them. I was doing a show in Los Angeles with Ryan Stiles, Brad Sherwood, two very funny improvisers. And we lost the audience within 5 minutes. And we went for another 45. Mostly just to piss them off.
Right.
Because at a point you go, you know what? I don't think we can get them back. So let's just have fun ourselves. So we laughed way more than they did, and really enjoyed it.
This is a ticketed show.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the one. I feel so bad when people have come to a general show and I happen to be on, and they're like, oh, we don't like Piff the Magic Dragon. I'm okay with that. I'm like, all right, fine. You know, there's somebody else coming on afterwards. You'll get over it. But when people have hired a babysitter, they've like been looking forward to this weeks in advance. They get all dressed up. They come out to the show, and then I lose them in 5 minutes. I'm like, oh no, you poor I just feel terrible. I do have a heart inside.
Yeah. Yeah. My thing is, you know, you took a chance on the show. You lost. Move on.
Move on. Which is actually, hey, buddy, you took a chance. It didn't work out. Move on. All right?
No,
I mean,
don't blame me.
I mean, you can't move on for the next 45 minutes to 70 minutes of your life.
So just sit there and think about the choices you made.
I've refunded multiple people on occasion. There was one family, they came, and it was the son. The son was like 20 something. The dad in the vulnerable pandemic group, and the mother was as well. And the son was having a great, like, tears coming down his face. He was falling off the chair. The dad holding his sides laughing. The mother, throughout the entire show, did not crack one smile. She was just like, for 70 minutes.
Of course, that's the one you focus on.
Well,
that's the person you immediately go to. After
the show, because we always say, you know, hello to everyone who came to the show, and we mainly say thank you for getting through it. But the son came up to me and I said, hey, you know, thanks so much for coming. Can I just ask you, your mother hated the show, right? And he was like, what? No, she loved it. And I said, well, she's not here. Your dad has like clearly taken her away to try and make things up. So she hated the show, right? And he was like, yeah, she really hates you. I mean, she just doesn't, I mean, why? She just doesn't get why you're so mean to children. I mean, they're crying. And, you know, these are like innocent kids just dragged along by their parents, and now they're reduced to tears. And I was like, well, she has a point. But I said, I tell you what, let's go to the box office. And I refunded her ticket. And I gave him the money, and I said, listen, take this money and take your mum out for a dinner and buy her some flowers. Because tickets are expensive in Vegas. You can afford dinner and flowers for a Piff the Magic Dragon ticket. And he said, oh, wow, that's so nice. And I said, the only thing is, just tell her it's from me, Piff the Magic Dragon. And I'm sorry she had a miserable evening. And the main reason I did it was because I know that she wants to hate me, but now she can't, because she's having a delicious food and she's got lovely flowers from Piff the Magic Dragon. So everyone who's like, oh, do you like Piff the Magic Dragon? She's going to be like, well, he did buy me dinner and flowers once, but I really hate that guy.
One would hope she would tweet about it, just to show Roger Wand how wrong he was.
Yes, one would hope. Another time, a woman came and an 8-year-old child threw Mr. Piffles into the audience. And, like, you know, my stage in Vegas is like a couple of meters off, 2 meters? No, yeah. Like a meter, right?
A meter, yeah.
A meter off the stage. So that plus my height. So what's 1 meter plus 1 meter? 2 meters. So this dog, the kid like threw the dog into the air. So now Mr. Piffles is at least 2.5 meters above ground level. And this woman in the audience, she stood up and she caught the dog over her head and she sat down. And I said, oh my God, thank you. You've just saved the life of Mr. Piffles, AKA my financial support dog. And I said, I would like to offer you tickets to the Piff the Magic Dragon show for life. And she said, I'm good.
Wow.
She already had tickets for life, the show that she was at. That's all she needed. That was a lifetime supply of tickets.
I'm part of this thing called Cameo, where people can send in requests to, hey, my mother's having a birthday. Can you send this video to her, say happy birthday, blah, 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 blah. So I've been doing that. I got one recently saying, hey, I'm a big fan of your show. It's my father's birthday. He thinks you're the most annoying person in the world. And I think it'd be really funny if you gave him a birthday message. So I did, but I think I may have been a bit of a dick.
Well, I think that's allowable, isn't it? I mean, you're being paid.
Well, because I didn't feel like I should change his mind.
You definitely shouldn't. Who are you to change somebody's mind? No, you just go out there and you do what you do best, and he hates it. So, you know.
Yeah, I just made the most annoying video ever for someone's birthday. It was so great.
The only thing that we've been doing, which is completely selfless at the moment, is we're doing free Cameo. Because Cameo, they kept asking me to be on it and do these videos, and I'm really bad at organizing. So I'm like, no, because then I'm going to say yes to somebody and then I won't do it for a week and a half. So anyway, we've been doing voluntary Cameo. So if people want us to make videos for their friends, especially if they're like nurses or doctors, then
see, there's no dick about you at all. I don't. This is just one of those bad rumors.
The only thing I'm contributing to the pandemic is a bad pronunciation of the word, and secondly, I'm shouting at nurses who are on the front line trying to help. That's the...
No, I see your point.
Because none of the friends of the nurses are like, hey, can you say something encouraging? They're all like, oh, can you roast my friend Tina? She's just watched 19 people die. And I'm sure it would cheer her up to have an angry dragon shouting at her, telling her she could have saved at least 7 of them. I mean, this is society these days.
It is. We've got a long way to go.
God, we really have. What is your favorite game to play when you're on tour? You have a favorite game?
I did not see this coming.
Why? Because it was a professional question?
I guess, sure.
Is that it? You were like, wow, honestly, this wasn't my question. This was written by Alex. And Alex writes me very professional questions every day. And then I ignore most of them and go off on a half-formed ramble.
No, this is good. I love the hard-hitting ones. Well, on tour, it depends. I play Hearts, card game.
What's Hearts, the card game?
It's a card game, like with cards, like you have in Vegas.
I'm ready to learn.
You can't play with 2. You need at least 3 people.
Alex?
Yeah, I'm in.
Alex is in.
You deal all the cards. Everybody gets a hand. And the object is not to take any hearts or the Queen of Spades.
All of the cards. Oh my God, this is... I mean,
this is not going to go well at all.
I guess it's a time filler. Why are we... Oh yeah, look, we're zooming in. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I built a TV studio in my garage, Colin.
Yeah.
That was my first reaction to the pandemic. A lot of people made masks for nurses. I didn't. I built a TV studio in my garage and then offered to shout at those people helping us for no money. All right, I've dealt a hand. Do you want to see your hand? This is
sure.
This is Colin's camera. Okay. There's your hand. All right.
Okay.
Jeez. There's a lot of cards in this game.
Yeah, and you have to take 3 cards and you pass it to the right.
To the right?
Yeah.
Okay, which cards do you want to take? God, I wish I'd have chosen a different camera for this.
I know, it's like, I need some of those cards. All right. Okay. The Ace and Queen of Diamonds.
Okay.
And the Queen of Hearts.
The Ace and Queen of Diamonds. And the Queen of Hearts. Done. All right. Passing them to the right. That's me. Oh, no. I got the Ace. Now what do I do?
Well, now you have to pass cards. Everybody has to pass cards.
Okay.
Oh,
any cards?
Well, not the cards I just gave you. You got to keep those.
Oh, which cards do I pass on then?
Well, here you want low cards because, again, you don't want to get hearts.
Like an ace? Is an ace low?
No, it's high. Ace is high.
Okay. Should I keep the hearts, though? I don't want to pass the hearts.
Now, it depends. No. If you have a lot of high hearts and the Queen of Spades, you can do something called shoot the moon, where you take all the hearts and the queen of spades, and then you win.
This isn't a game. This is not a
No,
game.
it's certainly not something you can explain with a dragon doing all three hands, not knowing any of the rules of the game.
I'm passing. I've chosen 2 7s and a 4. Is that good?
I don't know what your hand is, so I can't say.
Let's assume it is. All right, now, Alex's hands, let's see if he can shoot the moon. All right, he's got a joker in there. That's probably not supposed to be there. What? Wait, hang on. I think Colin can shoot the moon. There's another joker. There's no queen of spades.
Obviously.
I had the queen of spades. I had it the whole time. All right, I'm ready to shoot the moon. What do I need? A queen of spades.
It's not going to happen.
I'm going to get these cards back from Alex. Hang on, I've got the other cards back. All right, queen of spades. What else?
You need the queen of spades. You got to get all the hearts.
Every single one of the hearts.
Yeah. Now here's the thing: you just don't hold it in your hand. There's actually playing involved. So whoever has the 3 of clubs puts the 3 of clubs down first.
Okay. Who's got the 3 of clubs? Okay, no, you got the 3 of spades. That's no good, right?
Nope, that's not the 3 of clubs.
That's my queen of spades back as well. Okay, 3 of clubs, right? Okay, Alex had it. Congratulations, Alex.
Great news.
I didn't give him 3 cards. Let me give him 3 cards. Okay, I'll give him an 8, 10, and a 6.
With the casinos closed, there's people betting on this at home right now.
Yeah, we're betting whether I'm going to finish it.
All right.
I'm going to give you 3 cards, right? Alex has to give you 3 cards. Is that right?
Yeah.
Alex, which 3 cards do you want to give Colin? God, I'm glad we installed all these cameras in the room.
The first 3.
The first 3?
Yeah.
The 9, the 8, 9, and 10. That sounds good. All right, okay. And Alex put down the 3 of clubs. All right.
So now, everyone who has clubs, you put a club down. So if you have a club in your hand.
Well, let's start with you, Colin, seeing as you're the next
All right.
person around. You've got the 5 of clubs, the 4 of clubs, you've got the king of clubs, and the queen of clubs.
King of clubs, please.
Okay. Why the king?
Because I'm going to get rid of all my high cards.
Oh, okay, good. All right. I'm going to put down. Okay, I've got the 9. That's my highest card.
All right.
Okay. Can I shoot a moon yet?
Nope.
Okay.
You're not going to shoot the moon. I'm going to tell you right now. There's no way you're going to win this. All right. So stop. All right. No, stop. So I win that hand. I win that trick because I had the highest card.
Okay.
See?
Yes. Good.
Okay. But this means absolutely nothing. That's fine. All right. So then I would play next. I'll put down the 4 of clubs.
Why do you put down a low one?
Because here's the thing.
But you're never going to win the hand if you put down the 4 of clubs.
That's right. Because I don't want to win a hand. If I am.
Then why did you put down the king?
Because in the first hand, it is fine. There's so many intricate rules to this that we're not going to get it for the next 5 hours.
4 of clubs. All right, the 4 of clubs is down.
Okay. Now, do you have clubs?
Yeah, I got the 7 of clubs.
Put the 7 of clubs down.
Let's see what Alex has. Right now, look, Alex has got the 6 or the 10 or the 2 or the ace.
10.
Now, are you saying that because you want to win?
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to play the 10 then. That'll be. I'm going to play.
The 2.
Yeah, the 2. We're going to play the 2. Ooh.
All right. Okay, so I think you won that trick, right? Because you had the highest card there.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I won it. Now, I don't have any more clubs, so what do I play next?
Whatever you want, except you can't play a heart.
Oh. Can I play the ace of spades?
You can.
Do you want me to play the ace of spades?
Do you also have the queen of spades?
Yes.
Yes, then you can do that. If you didn't have the queen of spades, that would be a bad card to play because then you would win the queen. And unless you were shooting the moon, a concept you still really have no idea about.
What about the jack of spades? Would that be a better card for me to play?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? That's what you'd say if you didn't want me to play it and playing the ace of spades.
All right. You're so easy to play. All right.
Let's see what Alex is. All right. Alex has the 5, the king, the 2, and the 6 of spades.
Okay, I would say the king.
Oh. But he doesn't win that game, right?
No, you got. I still have a spade to put.
You
Had you had this planned? All right.
You can
Do I have a
play.
spade?
You can play the 10, the 9,
All right.
the 8,
10.
the
10.
Hang on, there are more options.
No, I'm telling you what I want.
I'll go back from
10.
the beginning. The 10, the 9, the 8, the 4, and the 3.
3.
Why do you want to play the 3 now?
Because you wouldn't let me play the 10.
No, I would let you play it. I would just give. You just didn't know all the options. You could have had another Queen of Spades in there. You could have been shooting the moon up or whatever you call it.
I'm not sure.
All right. Okay, no. Who won?
No,
I won.
you won. You had the 8s.
Oh wait, I don't want to
All right.
win. Do I want to win now? Is now a good time to be winning?
No,
Okay.
there is no good time to win.
But you said there was. You said the first round was a good one to win.
Oh yeah, the first round because you get rid of your high cards and cards that you don't want.
All right. But why shouldn't I be trying to win now? Because I've got so many high cards. I got a royal flush almost. Is that good?
All right. Yeah, that's great. Do you have the ace of hearts?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, then put down the queen. We'll see how this goes. You are now officially shooting. You're going to try to shoot the moon.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm putting down the Queen of Spades, right?
Put down the queen of spades. Yeah. All right. Now no one else can be. So you might as well go around.
What? What do you mean no one else can? What, so I have to put down more cards?
Yeah, spades.
Okay, Alex, do you want the 2, the 5, or the 6?
6.
Okay. Now, Colin.
Yeah.
Your options are the
2,
4,
3.
the 3, the 8,
3.
or the...
3.
What?
8.
Are you sure you want the 8?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's the 8's down. All right.
Okay, you've won that. You're on the first step to shooting the moon.
Yes.
Of course, if you don't shoot the moon, that means that you have minus 13. All right, so now put down your ace of hearts.
Second step to the moon.
Yep.
Second bullet in the chamber. Now what do you play?
Alex has to play a heart, so
Alex, do
ask
you want
him
to
what.
play the 2, the jack, or the 8? Or the
jack.
10?
The jack.
He's playing the jack. Is that a good idea?
I'm not going to say anything
Okay.
because I don't know if I want you to shoot the moon or not. I think I want you to shoot the moon, so yeah, play the jack.
Okay, hang on. This is making me a bit hungry, so I'm gonna make some.
Got some
toast while this
Butter?
is happening.
Some butter?
No, I don't have any butter. I've just got this. I've got a bread oven. It's not a toaster. It's a bread oven. It makes the perfect slice of toast. So
Oh, nice.
I put that in there, and then have to turn it on, and then all right, it's
Mr.
cooking.
Piffles finally got interested.
Oh yeah, he's a big toast fan. All right, so the ace. I put down the what? Oh, the jack.
Jack.
All right, Alex wanted the jack. Okay. What's next?
I have to put down a heart.
Okay, you've got the 5, the king, or the 6. That's it. That's all the hearts you got.
All right, 6.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, it just sounded like you had purpose behind the 6.
Well, here's the thing.
That was a very decisive decision.
Yes. So I'm guessing you have other hearts, and you're shooting the moon.
Yeah, I'm shooting the moon in the face.
I put down that 6, you will win that trick. But the next heart you put down, I will win with the king, and then you cannot shoot the moon.
What happens if I can't shoot the moon anymore?
You get minus 13.
Then you just lose all those points.
Oh no. I feel like I've really started shooting the moon presumptively. All right.
You did.
Okay.
I sort of
You put down a
egged
6.
you on.
All right. Now I have to keep going, right?
Yep.
I'm going to put down a
Haven't
queen.
worked. Of hearts?
Yeah, queen. Yeah,
All right.
queen of hearts. Yeah, I'm shooting the moon.
Yeah, okay.
Not any queen. Alex?
Well, I think we know how this is going to go.
No, maybe not. I don't know
Okay.
how it's going to go, and I'm the one doing it. So, Alex, you got a 2, 8, or a 10?
8.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
interesting.
Colin, you
Yeah.
have a 5,
King.
a king.
King.
I'm sorry,
King.
what? The 5.
King.
You want to put down
King.
the 5?
King.
5.
King.
All right.
I'm destroying your shooting the moon.
God.
You should never go into anything where you don't know the rules. I'm teaching you a valuable lesson, Piff. It's like those orphan kids.
When I wrote the question, what game do you like playing on tour? I thought you were going to say the alphabet game or Irish drinking song. I was really looking for an improv game. I didn't know if you
Oh,
were
see.
gonna fall
Well, the
into
question, Alex, the question wasn't clear.
It is true. I thought, it would be supposed. I didn't realize we were going to fall into a 30-minute long form bit.
Roger Wand, if you're out there, turns out I'm not the biggest dick in show business.
Always got to aim high. Ask me
What's
what
your
my second
favorite? What do you say?
What my second favorite game is?
What's your second favorite card game?
Why is your toaster smoking?
That's what that's what it does.
It's Steam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It just doesn't seem safe.
It's a bread oven, Colin. It's a bread oven, all right? It's not a toaster.
I'm just saying, a dragon in a garage.
Yeah.
Seems like you're asking for problems. There's probably gasoline-soaked rags around.
Definitely. That's how we drug Mr. Piffles. Honestly, usually he's bouncing around with excitement, and just before we go on air, we just toss a rag with gasoline soaked over him, and he goes out.
Nice.
Did he ever attack you, Mr. Piffles?
No, he was always very nice to me.
Really? Because normally he bites people's ankles.
Yeah, we have the same agent.
You've become something of a figurehead for improv across North America and the UK. What's your hope for the craft on stage and TV in the future?
Well, I don't care. As long as I'm still working, Oh, nice toast. Yeah, that is nice toast.
Listen to this crunch.
Oh. Yeah, that's enticing.
Well, if you do well at this
Let's pick up.
question, I could FedEx this to you.
Okay. My hope is that, the art form keeps evolving. People are doing more different kinds of long forms. I got involved in a Dungeons and Dragons improv show, and I have no idea what that game is, but that was fun. People are doing like one-act plays. So I don't know. I've been doing improv on Zoom, which is odd. But I think it's getting me used to the post-pandemic world of no laughs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've definitely said some funny things, not on this show, but generally, while we've been doing this. We've been doing it for 3.5 weeks. I've definitely said one or two, possibly one funny thing, and you just say it, and you're like, oh, that would have definitely got applause if I'd have said that with people.
But
there.
Here's the thing: you after you say it, do you still pause for the laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like, what kind of
Just
idiot
makes it
does
sadder.
that? Right.
Yeah.
I go bang, and then I just stand there like a puppy, just staring for some sort of affirmation that will never come.
It's kind of like life, huh?
Yeah. Except I had my job on stage to forget about my misery,
All right.
and now I don't have that anymore.
At least you're still working for orphans.
TV networks have tried many formats for improv shows, but few have stuck, and none have had the impact of Whose Line. Why is improv such a hard medium to bring to TV?
Huh. Yeah, good question.
Right. It's Alex's. So.
I don't know. Yeah, no, still a good question. You know what? I don't know. I mean, Whose Line sort of found the right format. I think we lucked out also. We had like great people and everyone had a great chemistry. So we lucked out that way.
Yeah, but that's an obvious question, Alex. It's because they had like all those killer people on it.
But there's also, there's a lot of great improvisers around the world who would not have been able to do Whose Line because it's a very specific type of improv. It's like fast fast and sticky, and a lot of improvisers don't like doing that.
Can you teach me how to do Whose Lines improv? I mean, I feel like I mastered Hearts, so...
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's go. We need a game. We need a game. Right, what do we need?
All right. Oh, well, I know Alex loves the alphabet game.
Okay, alphabet game. Go. All right, let's go. Who's going to...
Okay.
Is Alex going to lead this? Alex is going to be our Drew Carey or Clive Anderson.
All right.
I'll take Drew. He's got more money.
Okay, Alex is going to be Drew Carey.
All right. So you're going to set up everything?
Yeah, Alex is going to set up everything. You ready, Alex?
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the alphabet game. We're going to start on the letter L. Each line's going to start with the next letter in the alphabet.
Very good.
Piff is a old-timey carnival barker with an
Oh.
axe to grind. And
Okay.
Colin works in the sideshow that he's barking for.
Oh, nice.
This is a game that you just thought of.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
give me
pretty
my
good,
charac-
isn't it?
Oh my God. already my palms are sweating. Let me tell you, are you just overcome with fear every time that Drew
sure.
or Clive says something?
Improv is just basically trying to survive.
Okay.
You're in panic mode, trying to survive.
Because you look, is it like sometimes when like somebody says something in the audience and I have to go and talk to them, then on the surface it's like a graceful swan. But underneath...
Yes. Turbulent, yes, exactly.
Okay, so fine. So here we go. I'm the carnival barker.
Yeah. With an
I've got
axe to grind.
axe to grind.
With an axe to grind.
Okay. Now. What? And then what do we have to do?
So you're going to
Start
start
with
with
the
the
letter
letter L.
Oh,
And
God.
each line, so you'll do L, Colin.
You
will
got
do
this.
M.
That toast is coming back up. I feel it. I feel. All right. Each sentence has to start with L.
No, with the next letter.
No.
So you're going to start on L.
Okay.
Then Colin will do M. Then we'll be back to
You
you for
N.
N.
Oh my God. Okay.
This is like one of the easiest games, Piff. It's the alphabet, something we all know.
Okay. Here we go. So I've got to think of a word beginning with L.
But you know your sentence, like let's go to the park or something.
Okay. All right, that's a good one. All right. All right. But I won't say park. I'll change it.
Oh, okay, good.
Let's go and get some popcorn. I want to talk to you about something.
Mark, what is it? You seem very upset about something.
Who's Mark?
You.
Am I?
I just made you Mark. Yes.
Oh. What else can you tell me about myself?
But no, your sentence was supposed to start with N.
Oh, I mean, now, what else can you tell me about myself?
Obviously, you have some sort of axe to grind.
That began with O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so good. All right. Pray tell. Axe? I don't even own an axe, Jeremy.
Quite true. But I feel that there's something simmering underneath your surface. You have seemed upset with me lately in my performance.
Q,
Oh.
M, N. What?
R.
Roger Wand was here 2 weeks ago, and he was telling me something terrible about you. Can you guess what he said?
Surely he didn't say I was a dick.
T.
Touche. No, he did not say that. He said that I was a dick. I'm a lovely little dragon called Mark, in charge of this carnival, where I bark at things like a sleeping dog.
Understand this. Because of the pressures you sometimes face running this whole sideshow thing, you do get a little grumpy and testy, and that could come off as dickish behavior.
Wow, that's... I mean,
V.
what?
V.
Verily. I hear what you are saying, and I didn't realize that this carnival had such a well-structured HR department. Thank you for taking charge of it.
Whatever.
That's it. All right, VWX.
Yeah.
Shoot the moon. Shoot the moon.
Come on, Piff. Xylophones are a good solution for calming the tension between us. Let's play them now.
Yes, good idea. Show me how you apply your xylophone magic.
Oh, God.
Is that a zither?
What? Zither? What's that?
All I can say is no matter how much music you play, I think you actually need a therapist.
Bark, 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 bark.
Can I say you seem to be having a breakdown of some sort?
Dogs, they bark. Why am I the one accused of barking when a dog is next to me and he's not even doing it?
Everyone around me said nothing about you barking. Why did you think people said you were barking?
Oh, fuck this shit.
And that's how you end an improv scene.
Colin, that was the greatest thing ever. I mean, I was terrible. But you...
I thought you were, no.
The way that you were, like, very serious. And it was like, oh, my God. It was... I tell you, you're going to be fine in this pandemic, Colin.
Am I? How many more of these shows can I do, really?
You're not in the vulnerable category, all right?
No?
No, you're in the invulnerable category.
I hope you're right. Because I haven't been feeling great.
Oh my God! No, I think it's fine. I think just wear it. Did you see the little dog face masks? Would you like one of those? We can get you one.
Oh yeah, that would be great. My wife is she's made 100 already, so I think we're okay in mask territory.
You guys are just good people. That's
yeah. Oh, so well, sorry, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your commiserations. Now, do you have any inkling about when your movie or the tour might restart?
Oh God, no. No, I actually had a message from the producers who were saying, "So when would you feel comfortable shooting this movie again?" It's like, well, certain things have to be in place, like travel and just people being well and missing that second wave that everyone's talking about. So so who knows? It's all up in the air.
Well, I hope you have a lovely time with your family during this period and you spend this time reflecting on just how many wonderful skills you have to offer for the world. And while you're doing that, I will be learning the alphabet game and combining it with hearts in an improv hybrid which will sweep the United States by storm. By what?
See, already you've tripled your skills.
Yes.
Just from this one show.
Thank you very much, Colin. It was a pleasure.
Always, Piff. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I just feel better. I just feel better after that. I mean, and I hope that you watching this feel a little bit better after that, because if there's hope for me, then there's hope for you. We'll see you tonight at 5 p.m.